Hi everybody, we're going to be making a walking animation or a walk cycle as some people call it. This is one of the most basic animations you can do. We're going to be working in absolute black and white and making a stick figure walk, which requires very little animation. And because we're going to be working in two-dimensional solid contrast, we're going to be making half of a walk cycle, which actually will look like a full walk cycle. It's a little bit of a cheat when you're working in a really simple way, but it only works if you're working in one color, and I'll explain why as we go along. So let's start by making 4 layers, and these 4 layers represent the 4 pieces of any walk cycle, which are when the feet are touching the ground, the contact, the foot up, the foot passing, and the foot down. So contact, up, pass, down. Contact, up, pass, down. Contact, up, pass, down. Now, if we were working with color or a full animation of a walk cycle, there would be an extra step in here, an extra 4 frames of animation or more. But the point being that it would be left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. Because we're working in black and white, we can make it that we're working just on one side and it just repeats itself over and over again. So let's get started on the drawing. We're going to start with a really simple stick figure, and this is going to be the contact position. So this is this leg kind of goes straight out, got the heel of the foot and kind of anchored right in there. And then we're going to have the other leg out, and it's sort of like striding forward. And then we'll put some arms in, and we'll have them doing, all business, like they're powering right along, whoa. Got some arms. Maybe put a little bit of a button there. All right, looking good, looking sharp. So just so that I can see reference points, we'll turn down the opacity of that one. And we're going to go back later and we're going to fix that. But for now, just so I can see it, it's going to be right there. So now we're going to do the up, which means the weight is sort of off the one foot, being transferred from the other. So we have got a little bit of a shift in the body posture. We'll put the arm out a little more. So sort of up there. And put this one down a little more. And we'll have this one kind of the knee gets buckled because this foot's getting lifted, and we'll kind of just go like that. It looks good. And then we'll have this knee bent because they put in the weight all on that foot, so they're kind of getting ready to put that momentum forward. All right, that looks good. We'll leave it like that. Maybe fill in this little bit of guts here. There we go. So now we're going to put this one back to full opacity because we don't want to leave it that way, and we're going to put this one down because we're going to be working on this one, the third one, which is when the foot passes by the other foot. So because there's weight back on here, it's going to be back up a little higher again, and the posture is sort of more straight down. Got that leg back there is swinging forward now, so it's kind of got it up, and then this one here is kind of moving back, kind of doing that. And the arms are switching too. So this arm is going to be moving forward, and this arm is going to be moving here. So now we've got our character sort of swinging their arms forward and back at the same time, one forward, one back. And we're ready to go to the down position again, which will allow us to finish one half of the walk cycle, or in this case, the full walk cycle. So here we go. Got this head up high because they're pushing off again. So they're kind of, this is where their back is probably stretched the most. You kind of got that posture where you kind of wave it out a bit. And then you got that leg is kind of coming back because it's pushing on the ground. So we'll kind of do that. And then we've got the other foot is forward now, getting raised and kind of got a little bit of momentum there. That arm that was kind of going back is now swinging back again. Ugh, got big shoulders all of a sudden. No, let's fix that. No. There we go. Small shoulders. And then the last arm, we'll have that just kind of coming up. And there we have it. So 4 frames of animation, all ready to go. And there's the last frame. I'll just show it. Whoa. And as you can see, if I take the last frame, you can see how it's transitioning here between them. So we'll get them all going, and we'll go to timeline under window, timeline, and we want to make sure that we are doing a not like we're going to do a frame-based animation, not a timeline-based animation. So a timeline-based animation is with video or for motion graphics. And because we're animating in a way that actually has frames, you've created frames, we're going to be working in a frame-based animation. So we're going to start by just showing the first frame, and we don't want it to be 5 seconds. We want it to be maybe 0.1 second. And then a key aspect down here underneath is you want to make sure that it's not saying once, that it's saying forever, because we're going to make a loop. So we've got our 4 frames, which means we're going to need 4 of these, and each time we're going to add a new frame in our timeline, we're going to switch which frame is viewed. So because it's just 4, it shouldn't be too hard. You can see them there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if this is done properly, when we hit play, our little character will just keep walking. Whoa. Look at that. Look at him go. Now you want to export this as an animated GIF. You can also render it as a video. You probably want to keep the background transparent. You can put a background in and take it out later, but I mean, if you keep it transparent, make sure when you're exporting it, you limit the amount of colors that are there so that you don't get like this kind of outer glow effect around your character, unless that's something you're going for. Again, this is a very simple animation walking cycle. As soon as you get into having a right and left leg, all of a sudden you have to make sure that you're doing this cycle twice and drawing it twice, so it becomes 8 frames of animation instead of 4. But for a simple animation of this type, you can see, can't really tell which leg is which once they're walking back and forth, and you can't really tell the exchange is happening. Or you can trick your mind into thinking that it is both legs, and instead of drawing it twice. Anyway, I hope that helps everybody, and I look forward to making more of these videos. Hooray!